Thank you, and welcome to our Lunar New Year celebration. It is such an honor to see all of you here all together to celebrate Lunar New Year. Our fellow students have spent over the last month time and time again to prepare for this event, and I hope that will lead to such a wonderful event and you guys will have an amazing time. But before we start, in addition, I would like to give a special thanks to Lawrence University Community Council and the sponsoring student organization for putting our effort into this event. I would like to also give thanks to the department, Professor Wang Ling Gu, for her contribution to the performance. I would also thank Communication Department, especially Garrett Kaczynski, for helping us with the live streaming on Sunday. Please give them a round of applause. And before we start our program, please welcome Lawrence University Native American Organization Representative Jessica Hopkins to read the land acknowledgement statement.
Halito, my name is Jessica Hopkins. I'm a member of the Choctaw Tribe of Oklahoma, and like you said, I'm going to read the land acknowledgement. Lawrence University's Appleton and Door County campuses are located on the ancestral homelands of the Menominee and Ho-Chunk people. Currently, there are 11 federally recognized Native American sovereign nations in Wisconsin. We acknowledge these indigenous communities, as well as those who are non-federally recognized, who have stewarded this land throughout the generations, and pay respects to their elders past, present, and rising.
Thank you, Jessica, for the land acknowledgement statement. To begin our evening, let us welcome Kachu and Michelle Wu from Lawrence International to introduce ourselves to the concept of Lunar New Year to those who haven't known them already. Please welcome them to the stage.
Vietnam, and with me today is Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a third year at Lawrence, and I also Vietnamese.
Today we're going to walk you through give you a general idea of what Lunar New Year is and the celebration of it. So our agenda today has three parts. The first part is what is Lunar New Year, the second part is zodiac years, and the last part is countries.
So I will talk about the general concept of Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year marks the beginning of a lunar solar year, which is based on the monthly cycle of the moon phases. It is totally different from the solar year, also known as Western calendar, which takes 365 days a year. One lunar month has 29.5 days, so one lunar year has roughly like 54 days. Since the Lunar New Year is based on the cycle of the moon, the date of the holiday varies years to years. It usually falls in late January or early mid-February. For 2022, it falls on February 1st.
So at Lawrence today, different student leaders and different organizations come to represent and celebrate this holiday, and people in different cultures celebrate this in different means and ways. So we know this year is a tiger year, but how do we select it? Like what animals for that year anyway? So it's based on the zodiac years, and in zodiac years there are like 12 animals, which is like the constellation. And every animal has 1 year to like represent that year. And starting is rat, then ox, then tiger, which is this year 2022, rabbit or cat, dragon, and snakes. In some countries, there are different, they modify the animal according to the culture. For example, the rabbit and cat. China, South Korea, and Philippines use the rabbit, while Vietnam use cat. Vietnam, we don't have a lot of goat and rabbit. That's why we use different animals. And also, it's this chart you can see like your birth year according to the animal. So I was born in 2002, so I'm a horse. Well, not a horse, but yeah.
So, what countries celebrate Lunar New Year? Lunar New Year is celebrated across Asia and Southeast Asia countries such as Mongolia, China, Korea, Taiwan, Philippines, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. Each country and each individual has like different ways to celebrate Lunar New Year's, but here's are the most common ones: gathering with families and friends, giving and receiving red envelopes, and preparing for a new beginning. Lunar New Year's importance is rooted deep in history and today remains one of the most important occasions for generations of family to reunite and spend time together. The celebration is also believed to be significant to ensure good fortune for the upcoming year, and it has many like religious traditions and beliefs that hold value.
So some of the main theme of Lunar New Year is the joy of family reunion, good luck, or food. And we have prepared this slide only gives you like a general idea of why we celebrate Lunar New Year, but the cultural expo later will give you a more detailed idea of how different country or like celebrate it. And we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kachu and Michelle, for their presentation. I hope that you guys pay attention during the presentation, but because there will be a quiz after the presentation if you guys want free food. No, there would not, but I hope you guys pay attention anyway. To continue on our show, let me first tell you a story that I read last night when I was rushing to write the script. The story was about around in the tank. Around. Sorry, the mic doesn't like me at all. Yeah, it's good. The story is around the Tang Dynasty. There was once an emperor, and he once, like many other people, had a dream. But his dream is about something different. It's about a mythical creature who comes and saves his life. And in the morning, he wakes up in breaking sweat, and he summoned his court. Tell me, what is this mythical creature that I'm dreamed of? Of course, it's very hard to describe because it's a dream, but I guess he was very good at describing the animal because one of his ministers told him, that sounds like an animal in the West. That's called a lion. And from then on, the lion was a symbol of prosperity, luck, and happiness. And in more modern time, every single Lunar New Year, we often have lion dances to bless ourselves with the luck and prosperity for our next year. And we are all here for a treat because we have ourselves the team, 7-star Dancing Lion team, where they would do 2 performances for us. Please welcome them for their first performance. Thank you for such an amazing performance. I'll be honest, for a second there, between the sound of the instrument and the nervousness of being the MC, I kind of forgot that that is not a real lion and that is actually two performers. But anyway, I only wish the performance was a bit longer. But thankfully, they will be here for a second performance, so stay tuned for that. Before that, let's welcome Keller Wang from Chinese Student Association to give us a glimpse into what Lunar New Year is like in China. Please welcome Carol.
Hi everyone, I'm Carol, and today I will be presenting Chinese Lunar New Year on behalf of the Chinese Students Association. Before I started, I wanted to talk a little bit about our organization. The name is a bit confusing, even though it's Chinese Students Association. It's not just for Chinese students, it's for everyone who's interested in Chinese culture and want to celebrate in our activities. And this coming Saturday, we will be hosting our own Chinese Lunar New Year events at 4:30 at Somerset, and everyone's welcome to come. I'll start with the timeline with the history of Chinese New Year. So it started with the Shang Dynasty as winter sacrifices to God and ancestors. And later on, during Zhou Dynasty, that's when the calendar year established. And the date was fixed during Han Dynasty, and that's when celebrations become more popular. And later on, at Wei till Qing Dynasty, the Lunar New Year become more like a social practice, entertainment instead of for religious reasons. And now, modern times, there are a lot of high technology celebrations like TV galas, WeChat red envelopes. And here's a picture. You can see that red is a very important color for Chinese Lunar New Year. Red means happiness and good luck. Decorations is a very big part for preparing for Chinese Lunar New Year. This year, CSA, we decorated Hyatt and plants, and if you're interested, you can go check it out. We have Spring Festival couplet, Chunlian, which to express sincere blessings and good wishes for the new year. And then it's yearly contained 3 parts. The first line of the couplet, Shanglian. The second line, Xialian. These 2 lines are yearly the same amount of characters, same part of speech, and same structure. And the third part is the horizontal scroll, Hengpi, which we put it on top. It's a little summary for the 2 lines of the couplet. We will also put out the character Fu at the door. Fu means good fortune, and we will put it upside down because in Chinese, the character for upside down sounds the same as arrive. So to put it upside down is to mean let the good fortune arise for the new year. We will also put out paper cut Changhua, which is a traditional folk art form where we cut out different designs from a red paper. And this year, because it's the year of the tiger, there will be a lot of design and phrases about tiger. Red envelope, hongbao, is a monetary gift given to children from the elders. It was used to scare off an evil spirit, Sui. This is one of the oldest legends we have. So this evil spirit Sui, it will came over during Lunar New Year at night to harm the children. And one of the family, they give their son 8 coins that's wrapped in red paper so he can play at night and don't fall asleep. But then he still fell asleep. And when the evil spirit Sui came over, the red paper scared it off. So that's when people started the tradition to give out red envelopes. And some other families, they choose to stay up late altogether during Lunar New Year, which is another tradition we have, Shou Sui, which is to guard the evil spirit Sui. Food is a very big part of Chinese culture, and we will have a very big meal during Lunar New Year, which is called 年夜饭. We will usually have dumplings, 饺子, rice cake, 年糕, dessert sweet dumplings, 汤圆 or 元宵. We will also have a lot of meat dishes, and we always have a fish dish as well. And after the dinner, we will all watch the Spring Festival Gala together. 春晚, usually we will have 相声, which is a traditional performing art in Chinese comedy. It's a dialogue between two performers. And 小品, which is another form of Chinese comedy where there's a lot more acting and there's more performers. We'll have magic shows, and at the end we'll always sing the song 难忘今宵. Firework is very important for the atmosphere for Lunar New Year. Firecracker, 鞭炮 is a really loud one, and 摔炮, which you throw it on the ground and it will pop. And the traditional fireworks, unfortunately right now because of the pollution, we couldn't do it ourselves. We can only watch it through TV during New Year. During the holiday, we will always go on visit our relatives, which is called 串门. We will exchange gifts and blessings. The two most common blessings we say is 恭喜发财, which is to wish you prosperity and wealth. 身体健康, which is to wish you to be in good health. And we will catch up on how this year had been, and the adults will give children red envelopes. And at the end, we'll also share a big meal together. A temple fair is some activities we will go to during the holiday. There will be a lot of snacks. You can see there's like sugar that like people blow air and make different shapes. And also they use it to draw. If it's the year of the tiger, probably they will draw a lot of tiger with the sugar and sell it to kids. And they will also sell a lot of different art, traditional art forms as well during the temple fair. And dragon and lion dance, as we just saw, the lion dance is also a part of the Lunar New Year. That's the end of my presentation. I wish everyone Happy New Year. 新年快乐. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol, for such an amazing presentation. Next up, let's welcome Jenny Wang and Amy Hattori to perform the song, Fisherman's Song at Harvest. Please welcome them to the stage. Please give them another round of applause because that was just so amazing. I am no music connoisseur. I have no background in music at all. But as I lost myself into music, I envisioned the scene of the fishermen in the ocean. And then eventually they make it back to the market, and then they go back to their family. That's just my interpretation. But overall, such an excellent, excellent performance. Next up, please invite Dabin from KCC, Korean Cultural Club, to present what is it like to have Lunar New Year in Korea. Please welcome Dabin.
Hello everyone, my name is Dabin and I'm one of the board member of Korean Culture Club or KCC here at Lawrence. And I would like to introduce one of the most important days or holidays in Korea, which is the Lunar New Year. So first I will go over the Korean ancestral rites and then traditional food we eat and the folk games we play in this holiday. So I will give you a brief idea of what Seoll날 is. So Seoll날 is a Korean Lunar New Year. So it means new day. So Seol, the prefix Seol means new, and 날 is the day. And also, it is an official holiday. So we take time off from the works and we spend time with family. So there is just it's not a just day off. It's also very important time in Korean culture to meet families. And we often greet them with 새해 복 많이 받으세요. That means Happy New Year in Korean. So the typical day of Korean Lunar New Year starts with giving the ancestral rites. So one of which is the 제사. It's a memorial service for ancestors to express the gratitude to them and seek the prosperity of the family members. And also we have 세배. It is we give deep bow to the elders or the oldest member of the family, and then we seek their blessings and we wish for their healthy for those who are elders. And we often wear very special clothing. The clothing I'm wearing now is called hanbok, which directly translates to Korean clothing. And we often wear it in traditional holidays like Lunar New Year or the other holidays as well. And we have this special item called 청사초롱. I don't know if you guys have seen this in the dormitories. We have decorated 청사초롱 in Koman and Koller. So if you guys didn't check them out, please do so later if you have time. And it is a Korean traditional lantern. So this is widely used in holidays, but what that was primarily for the wedding ceremonies in Korea to wish for their happiest marriage life. And then we have traditional foods. So we prepare for the feast. And this is the traditional table set for the Lunar New Year. And we have a lot of beef, Korean beef and soups and some vegetables. And on the top right corner, we have 전, which means the fried pancake with vegetables or seafoods or meat. And on the the bottom right, we have japchae. This is a stir-fried glass noodles with vegetables and meat. And especially, we have this special dish. It's called 떡국. This is a classic Seoll날 staple, and it's a rice cake soup. So there's a meaning it is symbolic in three ways. So first, the main ingredient used for this dish is a 가래떡, which is the rice cake made in long strings. That string represents the longevity and also wish for the longer life. And if we slice them out, we have this coin-shaped like rice cakes that represents the wealth, and also the color, the white color represents the purity and also clean start to the new year. And also we gather around after the feast. We have a lot of fun games going on, and one of which is the Yunnori. So it's a Korean traditional board game. We have youth sticks. So those four wooden sticks, we throw them in the air, and then the combination of that wooden stick gives will tell you how much steps you will move, and whoever gets around the board first time wins the game. And we have another game called Yeonnalrigi. So yeon is a traditional Korean kite, which is made of the bamboo sticks in the rectangular shape. And sometimes people just cut the strings so to drive away the bad luck and then bring the good luck with it. And we have a takji, which is also very popular traditional game that's been also featured in a lot of Korean shows. If you can remember, if you're familiar with the Squid Game, they use this takji game in this episode to get the entrance ticket for the competition. Yeah, and also we have 제기차기. This is a game. We have this jegi that looks like a shuttlecock, and we kick them in the air, and we prevent it from falling it down. So whoever kicks the most consecutive kicks will win the game. Lastly, we have 공기. This is very similar to five stones. So you basically throw that stones or the pebbles, and then you get to land it on the palm, back of the palm, and then you catch it. That's how you score. And yeah, these are the games we play in this Lunar New Year. And yeah, actually that's all I have for today. And I think I've walked through how South Koreans celebrate their Lunar New Year with the ancestral rites and the foods and the games they play. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I wish you enjoy the celebrating Lunar New Year here at Lawrence, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Devin, for the amazing presentation. Now, do you miss the line? Because I certainly do. So please welcome again the 7-Star Line Dancing Group. to those that got fruits or lettuce or something on their clothes, good for you. That's good luck, by the way. In traditional lion dance, the act of eating oranges and lettuce or vegetable in general bring good luck. I wish that my parents told me that when I was younger, that eating lettuce and eating fruits somehow bring me luck. That would get me to eat my vegetable more often. But one thing I would say though, I hope the lion next time would pay more attention to the surrounding rather than spewing things everywhere. For the next performance of the show, you heard it, you like it. Please welcome again Jenny Wang and Amy Hattori for the second performance, The Spring of Xinjiang. Thank you for such an amazing performance. I can already feel that spring is coming to Lawrence. Or at least I hope, because the weather is kind of cold lately. And last but not least, let's welcome the representative from VCO to present what Lunar New Year is like in Vietnam. And I would introduce myself, because I'm doing this part, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're too kind, you're too kind. So the first thing that you should know about Lunar New Year in Vietnam is that we call it Tet. It's very simple, T-E-T, one syllable, not Lunar New Year, which is 1, 2, sorry, I don't know how to count. So a quick facts about Tet. It's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, holiday in Vietnam. Like if you say holiday, people would think Tet. And officially, TED holiday lasts 2 weeks, so for students, that's great. You don't have to study for 2 weeks. For parents, not so great, because you have to prepare to have your kid at home for 2 weeks. And preparation starts months before the holiday. So what I usually tell my friends who are not in Vietnam is that TED is kind of like Christmas. TED is kind of like Christmas in Vietnam. We prepare very early, kind of like before Black Friday. We stay for 2 weeks, we eat a lot, we got fat, sorry. And we start losing weight after the TED, or we hope to. So 1 month before TED, the family stocked up on supplies and decoration, and most importantly, food, because we had to feed ourselves. Because what happened is that store will close to give employee holiday breaks, and people also plan to travel to their distant relative. So basically, it's a good kind of economy shutdown. So I give you an illustration here. There's a very busy street in Vietnam in high time, and there is the same time on the same street, but during TED. Well, virtually no one's here, but it's good because they are in their home, they are hanging out with their family, and they're having a great time. Next slide, please. Also, 1 month before TED is our charity season. So we have a lot of charity in Vietnam, but one of the most popular charity seasons is 1 month before TED. The idea is that we want to do good at the end of the year. And also, giving charity will allow them to have a TED holiday with their own family to those who are less fortunate. Next slide, please. And then we go to 1 to 2 weeks before TED. This is where we do decoration. So to those that never done TED before, this is a time where you have to do a lot of house cleaning. The idea is that as we clean stuff in our house, we are shedding away misfortune from the last year so that we can bring new fortune to the next year. For me, that would mean more work. A previous slide, please. A crucial part about decoration is that we follow this color scheme of red and yellow. So red is for fortune, and then yellow is for good luck, or the other way around. Sorry, I haven't done my research. And this is the kind of decoration we have. The first image here on the left is kind of like a picture perfect, like the expectation of what you want during TED. Not realistic, I might say. But we try to follow the color scheme, and our family try our best. Another interesting thing, or at least interesting to me, when doing TED is that we have tree decoration. And it's a crucial part. It's also interesting because it's different for different region. So from northern Vietnam, our trees of choice is the peach tree, so I heard. It's pink, and that is all about there is to it. It's very messy to clean up. And in central Vietnam, we have the kumquat tree, which is signaturely green, and they have little orange fruit. And then for southern Vietnam, we have the yellow apricot tree, which, as the name would suggest, is very yellow. See? Pink, green, yellow. Not too hard to learn. Next slide. And then the night before TED, this is where the fun begins. We have fireworks, people. I would hope we have fireworks because, COVID lockdown. I don't know, not sure. But we would hope to have fireworks. I haven't asked my parents yet. I don't know. And we also have a special television program in New Year. Everyone who's in Vietnam would know this. It's called Tao Kun. I don't know the English translation, but it's very good. But the thing that's good is that it's catered to all the audiences from different age gap, circumstances, because they will have all pop culture references that all the kids will enjoy. And then we will sprinkle in a bit of social commentary or political commentary that the adults will enjoy. When I was younger, I would just focus on the music and the laughs. But when I get older, I recognize, damn, these jokes are quite smart. And they get around the censor quite well. And of course, who can not mention TED? Who can talk about TED without mentioning the food? The food is one of the best things about TED. Also, the leading cause of fat. So we have all the signature food that you will enjoy. We have bánh chưng, we have spring rolls, we have pork sausages. I'm sorry, don't know the translation again. But enough talking about what is the food. Who here want to try those food? Raise your hand. I'm lucky to announce that next week, during Friday, on Diversity Center from 6:30 to 8, we will provide you those food to taste. It is first come, first serve, but stay tuned. If you get it, great. If you don't, stay tuned to VCO because we will provide a lot of food events where you can try all the traditional Vietnamese food. And then the last thing, the best thing, in my opinion, besides from food, of course, is lucky money. It's where the financing begins. It's where we get money. So you guys know that you can have Halloween, right? Halloween is when you go trick-or-treating, you get the candy, and you go back to your parents. And the same thing for us, but with real money. So that's why it's fun. So lucky money is represent good luck. Also, I heard. I just noticed the money, but lucky is a thing too. It's in the name. And usually, children and elders will receive lucky money. But also, there's a catch. What's the taxation rate in America? Oh, it's about tax season. Someone should answer this. What's the tax rate? Very smart. I don't know the answer. But the tax rate for lucky money vary from family to family, like vary from state to state. For my household, at least when I was younger, the tax rate was 100%. Because what my mom would do is that I would get a lot of lucky money, right? And I was young. I didn't know anything about it. And my mom was like, "Oh, let me hold it for you." I was gullible. I was like, "Okay, Mom, here you go." She never gave it back. No. That's exactly what my grandma said. I told my grandma, why did my mom take away my money? My grandma said, she's saving for you. And she's very, very smart for saying that because she knows tomorrow I would not remember it. Yeah, so I learned. When I grew up, I started keeping my own money rather than give it to my mom. But yeah, great stuff. Unfortunately, I am now 20, so I'm no longer in the age group to get lucky money. Worst off, I'm in the age group now to give people lucky money. Not fun. But then again, that is all what TASTE about. It's about children having fun. Adults kind of suffer, but you know, it's fun because we are serving the kids. And that is all I have on what Lunar New Year is like in Vietnam. It's a financial disaster, but goddamn it is fun. And thank you, everybody. And well, this is awkward, but I'm the MC, so give me a second. Before we close our show, we want to take a minute to recognize our sponsor and student organization. First, LECC for providing the funding to fund this very amazing event. We also like to thank the 5 student organizations that have come together and give us this event. Chinese Student Association, Lawrence International, Korean Culture Club, Pan-Asian Organization, and Vietnamese Cultural Organization. Please give them a round of applause. We also want to thank the university department that have supported us, especially the Division of Student Affairs, including Diversity and Intercultural Center, International Student Services, Central of Spiritual and Religious Life, and we want to give extra thanks to the communication folks, especially Garrett for his help with having this event on YouTube premiere on Sunday, which is tomorrow, and our favorite print service staff, Deb Gibbons, for printing us all these amazing posters that you have been seeing on campus. Please give them a round of applause.